Good evening, Tamers. I've returned from Utrecht, sicker, definitely less healthy than when I went. But it was a good weekend. So, I know I did some posting over the weekend, I did a quick little shorts here and there. Yeah, flew out, no issues. Got to Eindhoven, no idea where I was going. Got on the bus that said I was going to the station. Luckily, met a nice, I believe, Irish man or a Scottish man, and he said to me, "Yeah, don't worry, it's going to be last stop. Keep going. It was last stop. Don't worry, it was last stop." Got to the station. The station refused to scan my phone when it had the ticket on it. Had to ask the nice ladies at the ticket booth if I could be let through. She checked my phone. She said, "This is really strange." Tried to do it again in front of her. Didn't accept it. She let me through. It says it's going to be okay the other side. She says, if it isn't, you have to try and call someone over again. Got to Utrecht Central, which is the station in Utrecht. Scanned my phone to go through. First time let me through, so that's great. Awesome, we're through. Got to our hotel room about 2 hours or so before my lovely roommate, Mr. Willie B. Got to rest for a couple of hours. It was great. That's kind of where all the peacefulness happened and stopped there. Because, unfortunately for me, I then developed a cold the second Willie B got in contact with me. Because he had been fighting a cold for the last week or so, and he brought it with him to Utrecht. So I've been very ill over the weekend. This started to show roughly about 11 o'clock on the Friday night, which is great, because I was like, oh crap, I'm going to be sick for this event. Went to the event on the Saturday, feeling kind of shite. Went through the event, getting sicker as the event was going on. By the time we got to the final couple of rounds, I was just hanging in there because there was just nothing to do to survive at this point. We went 3, 4, and 2 in the event. I did take Magna X. I had some really bad matchups, to be fair, to some degree. A lot of stuff that just ignores Magna X, which is obviously great when you're trying to play Magna X. And then I also had couple of mirror matches, which was just a case of like I was the first one to build basically, and I got punished for being the first one to build, which sucks. That's all you can say. Because you're just trying to do some chip damage. Because it's one of those where you still have to do stuff, but unfortunately you don't always get to do stuff you want to do. But no, well, it was a pretty good day. I saw quite a plethora of different things. Red Hybrid was I saw a couple of those. What else did we see? We saw Birds. And I forgot what Birds did for a little bit, and then that was the first game she showed me like how to get my ass beaten. One thing dying, she gained like 4 memory, played 4 creatures out. All had rush. It's like the hell. But yeah, that was quite interesting. And then I just basically what did I do? I think I got very lucky, and I think I had 2 ST-17s in hand, and went strip that sauce. Strip that sauce. Alright, I got 6 memory. Or basically, I think it was pretty much like Digivolve for free. Strip a source. The next source down was the ace. Pulled it out of the thing. Gave my free memory back. I did that twice. It's like, oh. But then because obviously it's an interesting mechanic, got rid of all the level 4s as well. So yeah, it was kind of a fun time just to upset my opponent with their cheeky game plan. But no, it was quite interesting to see Birds again. I haven't seen Birds for a long time, so no. Hopefully she did well. Hopefully she did better than me in the end of the day. Try to think, and that was one of my ties because the first game went really quickly because I forgot like what Birds do. The second game was a bit more controlled by myself, and then by the time we got to the third game, we had like I think 3 minutes left on the clock, and I was just like, I don't think there's any way like either one of us here is gonna win. And that was. I'm just trying to think what I replayed against. Lucymon was that, but I'll say Lucymon. It wasn't really even Lucymon. It was Lucymon core, and then just all the level 6 aces that just give you minus DP that linger. It's just me in this channel by now. DP effects, minus DP is like the worst thing they ever made in this game because it's a mechanic you can't beat. There's nothing to say that you can. And the one card that did beat it, it got limited to 1 because it was getting abused in the colour that was already doing the minus DP thing. So yeah, I think they just need to change what yellow does because giving it a core mechanic to the game as its removal shouldn't be a thing. Like everything else has to do a thing that interrupts your gameplay, whereas minus DP just says no. I'm a game mechanic. Go. F off in the corner. To be fair, when we played the first game, I was okay with it. I was like, yeah, I like Lucymon. This is going to be really cool. And then just realizing that fact, like you just never get to fight them. It's like no. This is stupid. If I can never fight you, what's the point? It's not a game of Digimon anymore. And that's, I mean, he was doing terrible, to be fair, but it's just annoying the fact that like there's no game plan, there's no comeuppances, and that's the thing. If the game is about fighting, you can never fight the other person. There is no point to the game being in the game, and you can quote me on that one, Bandai. Yeah, overall, even though I didn't have like the best record by the day, I did drop after round 9 because I was just so dead. I think even after like round 6, I think I was like feeling it then. I drank like 2+ liters of water that day just to try and keep myself hydrated. And just that wasn't even doing it then. And I was violently ill during the night as well. I think that was Saturday night. Yeah, I was really, really ill, like Sunday morning in the early hours, a couple of times. I was just like, no, I just can't. I'm just really sick. And then like they were like, oh, do you want to go out Saturday? Sunday, I was like, no, I'm rough. I just need to rest. And I spent most of the day in sleeping, so I didn't do anything. Oh, camera keeps freezing. I don't know what's going on. Please don't tell me you're dying, camera. You're quite new. And then yeah, so that was the case of my weekend essentially. Friday night was great until roommate turned up. Saturday continuously got sicker and sicker over the event until the point where I was just basically dead on my feet. Sunday I spent most of the day asleep because I just couldn't do anything. I was just that drained. And then today was just a little bit over 12 hours of travelling because my train got cancelled, and so I had to wait an extra 2.5 hours for my next train because apparently they're only running every 3 hour service now as opposed to the every hour service they were running before I went to Utrecht. Yeah, so that was great. So instead of being home at like 3 o'clock today, I got home just after 5. Been awake at that point for 12 hours. It's now just after 7 o'clock, recording this, and I'm gonna have to probably be up for a couple more hours. So probably a good like 18-hour day awake, maybe a bit longer, and then hopefully I can sleep most of the night away and hopefully be in somewhat comfort, and then I'll be hopefully better by the end of the week. Hopefully, but I've got 4 days off now. Get to celebrate my son's birthday over the week, and then we can have a normal working weekend off for myself, and then go back to work next week. So hopefully another 8 days off will hopefully cure me of whatever I've got currently stuck in the back of my head. And that's that though. But announcement time here. It does seem that Mr. Yar got his second time of casting for the finals, as well as the first time for our good friend Mr. Katie Alexa. Hopefully that means that year 3 I actually get to finally cast for our finals, as I've been asking to do it for literally 4 years at this point. So we'll see. But the actual big announcement here is the fact that I don't think I'll be travelling anymore to any events. Besides maybe Games Expo, where I get to go see family members. I get to take the oldest to go see the family members because he likes to see them when he can. And that's probably about it now for me when it comes to things like this. The next couple of years is going to be like really weird for me and the family. And I don't really want to be struggling or stressing the family out any more than I need to be in the next couple of years. So I do think it may be the odd online thing. If I'm not casting for it, I might jump into those. But I think more in-person things might be. This might be basically the final year for this. And again, if I were to go to like championships next year, or possibly in January, we've heard there might be a rumour that the European stuff might be getting pushed to January now as of next year. So it'll be 2026 when we get our 2025 finals event. You'll probably have to go as staff or something like that. Not necessarily because it's a pricey thing, it's just more of a... Like, if I'm working, I'll probably be more interested to go than if I'm just going as a competitor, because I just don't get time to play. Essentially, whoever beat me over the weekend, got a lot of free wins off me, because like, one, I was dying, and two, just, yeah, like my matchup history wasn't that great. And those who lost to me, for the most part, put up a good fight. I beat a couple of people like 2-0, and I think the one other person I beat 2-1. And then the draws were just a case of like, there's just not enough time in 45 minutes to do some of these game plans because they're just ridiculously like slowish. I mean, to be fair, Magnet X is one of those decks where it just wants to grind, and it does do that very well when it can. Also, another round 3 Keebs matchup again. This is, I think, the third time we've had like a gameplay against you on round 3. I think it was either last year or this year at Games Expo. It was me and Keebs, and then this year at Glasgow it was me and Keebs again at round 3. And then at finals, it was me and Keebs again at round 3. It's like, God damn it, Keebs, we've got to stop seeing each other at round 3. Let's just get a couple of rounds in first, yeah? Let's get to like round 5 before we see each other, yeah? I'm not sure how Keebs did over the weekend. Hopefully he did pretty well. He's probably like one of the most renowned purple players that we know. And I think KT did like really well. I think he went like 6-2-2. Or 6-3-1, which is still pretty, like, a very good score. Got top 100, which is really good. Proud of himself. I think I quit obviously before the things finished, but I didn't. I just don't think I could have made another round. I was just dead on. I was dead on the table when people came to see me. Um, but yeah, I think like everyone's come out of that event dying, so we're all in the same boat currently. Most of us have got home, which is really good. I didn't see any delays or any like flights cancelled coming back from Europe, but I know a lot of people on the Friday night had their stuff either delayed or cancelled or were put onto a later flight, and there were a lot of people who were like really annoyed by that, obviously, because when you plan to do an early flight, so you can rest for half the day, so you can be refreshed for the morning. Not when you have to get into the event at like 3 in the morning. You got like 4 hours of sleep if you have to go to the event the following day. But it is what it is. And yeah, that's kind of it really. Just an update that as much fun as it was while slowly dying of agony. And I generally do like going to the Netherlands. It's a very pretty country, especially because I'm going from Eindhoven to Utrecht. It's all through the countryside. See all the canals, see all the boats, see all the farmlands. Really nice, really pretty. Like, I recommend doing the circuit if you can. If you ever get a chance to go to the Netherlands, you just want to do like something for a couple of hours just to like mind the day away. Jump on the train that goes from Amsterdam. Was it Dangeren? If it goes from like Dangeren to Eindhoven, do the trip. It's gorgeous. From Utrecht to like Eindhoven, it's all just like farmland country. It's beautiful. A lot of it from Utrecht to like Dangeren is just built up city skyline. But I mean, at night time, it's very pretty. I do recommend doing the countryside part during the day if you get a chance, as you want to be able to see things. But yeah, that's Agitoswiftly signing out for this year of events. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else to do the rest of the year. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. I hope my camera keeps stop freezing on me. And I will catch you guys soon. Probably going to review the EX8 stuff that's now in English, if it is actually put on the website properly, as in the TCG app. And that will be us probably for the year now. I do know that BT19 is currently being released by Bandai, as in like the other half of 19 that we don't have. So I do wonder if we can get BT20 soon in English, because we know that Japan's getting BT20 in like 4 weeks' time, so we should be seeing their reveals very soon. Question. But yeah, peace out, tamers. Have a great time. Enjoy your time off if you've got some time off this year, and remember your defeats, because we'll be here again, going 3, 4, and 2. Peace out and goodbye.